Okay, welcome back students. This was the last point we were doing, deduction for damages or loss. हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में लेक्चर 15 में यहां तक का किया हुआ है. ठीक है बच्चों. नाउ मूविंग अहेड, deduction for recovery of advances. So recovery of advance of money given before the employment begin shall be made from the first payment of wages. Now there are certain terms and conditions of employment where a new person who has joined the duty may have taken some advance before he gets his first salary. Now this is permitted in certain industries and organizations. They give advances. So recovery of advance of money given before the employment begins shall be made from the first payment of wages. तो जो पहली wages उसे मिले थी उसमें से उसकी एक तरह से किस्त काट ली जाएगी. ठीक है. Then recovery of advances of wages not already earned shall be subject to rules made by the state government. So इस तरह की सिचुएशन में जहां अभी उसने कोई अर्निंग नहीं करी है और वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से कुछ एडवांस लेता है, दिस विल बी सब्जेक्ट टू द रूल्स मेड बाय द हर राज्य सरकार इससे रिलेटेड, क्योंकि लेबर लॉज राज्य सरकार का भी ज्यूरिडिक्शन होता है, तो राज्य सरकार उसमें अगर कोई अपने अमेंडेड लॉज बनाती है तो वही एप्लीकेबल होंगे. Now recovery of loans as per the rules made by the state government. Now obviously जैसे मैंने कहा कि state government has the power just to make certain rules relating to labor laws and payment of wages act. So if a particular state government decide that this shall be the law, whatever law they decide, it shall be applicable. Now E point says deductions are made for income tax payable to the employed person, and obviously this cannot be in the case of workers, ordinary workers. This has to be person whose income is taxable. So this will come generally in case of your deduction are made from income taxes. We know that per month from salary certain amount of money is deducted towards payment of income tax payable. So that can be deducted on a monthly basis, whatever is decided with the employer and the employee. But this is not applicable in case of workers, because most of the workers, they don't come under this taxable income. So if the salary is good enough, which is taxable, then only it will be deducted. Then F and says order of the court. If any deduction is directed by the court in execution of a degree against the employed person, it must be done. Now it can be a case that there was a case which was fought between the employee and the employer in the court, and the court declares that this much amount of money should be deducted from the person's wages. So that shall be applicable, and those deduction will be made. So these deduction are made by the order of the court. Then provident fund, PF is a regular mandatory requirement as per law, and this is basically in order to secure the future of the worker. So a monthly deduction as per the PF Act is made on a monthly basis, and it is added upon to the PF account of the concerned worker. So monthly deductions are regularly made, and it gets deposited into the PF account of the worker. So deduction may be made out of the contribution payable by the employed person to the provident fund. तो ये पैसा वैसे PF Act हम आगे जाके करेंगे भी, इसमें कुछ परसेंटेज पैसा एम्प्लॉय से कटता है और कुछ एम्प्लॉयर खुद कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. सर्टेन पार्ट ऑफ परसेंटेज इज कंट्रीब्यूटेड बाय द एम्प्लॉयर ऑल्सो. सो दीज डिडक्शंस आर मेड टूवर्ड्स द PF फंड, प्रोविडेंट फंड. देन डिडक्शन फॉर पेमेंट टू द कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज एंड इंश्योरेंस स्कीम. सो इफ एनी कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज आर मेड within the organization, cooperative society, for example, जैसे housing cooperative society, so a small amount of money is deducted out of the wages of the worker, and they are giving, let's say, housing accommodation to the worker. If the company is providing that, then certain amount of money is deducted toward these kind of, let's say, housing cooperative societies which facilitate the housing facility for the workers. So this will be deducted on a monthly basis. Then insurance scheme, any insurance scheme which is applicable for the workers, and towards that some premium is to be paid. So it can be made on a monthly basis, it can be deducted, or on a yearly basis, whatever is decided by the organization and the employees. So that deduction is towards either towards the cooperative societies or towards the insurance schemes, with whatever is applicable in the organization. Then deductions made for housing accommodation supplied by the employer or by the government. So any deductions made as a subsidized housing provided by the government or by the employer, and towards that certain deductions on a monthly basis can be made, which is towards housing accommodation being provided. So these are deducted on a monthly basis. Okay. Then deduction for recovery of losses on account of failure to collect or to account for the appropriate charges due to the administration. Now this is a very important point. Because of the nature of the work, a worker may require to collect money from others, that is outsiders, people those who are those who are the outsiders for the organization, or to account for appropriate charges, या कुछ पैसे जो कि कलेक्ट करके लाने हैं ड्यू टू द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, और वो ये नहीं कर पाता. वो कह रहा है ना, डिडक्शन फॉर रिकवरी ऑफ लॉसेज ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ फेलियर टू कलेक्ट, या तो वो कलेक्ट नहीं कर पाया, या जो एप्रोप्रिएट चार्जेस ड्यू थे जो उसे कलेक्ट करके लाने थे वो नहीं दे पा रहा है, तो इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ फेलियर ऑफ ड्यूटी. इन दैट केस डिडक्शन फॉर रिकवरी, जो भी लॉस हुआ है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का या वो फेलियर रहा है उसका, वो कलेक्ट नहीं कर पाया, ये उसके वेजेस में से डिडक्ट किए जा सकते हैं. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अ काइंड ऑफ वैलिड डिडक्शन ओनली. Then L case, deduction for incorrect rebates or refund. Now, deduction for recovery of classes sustained by a railway administration on account of any rebate or refund incorrectly granted by the employed person. Now, ये कुछ ऐसा situation है बच्चों. For example, आप somebody buys a railway ticket and he is giving some rebate, but that rebate, let's say, was 5%. And the concerned person who is sitting on the ticket counter, he gives a rebate of 25%, whereas he is supposed to give a rebate of 5%. Now this 20% extra rebate that he has given to the person who is purchasing the ticket, this rebate, because it has been wrongly given by him, so it will be deducted from his wages, because this was a mistake on his part. So this is particularly relevant in case of railway administration. So any kind of rebate or refund incorrectly granted by the employed person, it will be deducted from his wages. I think the point is clear. Then other deductions, like deductions made with the written authorization of the persons, यानी कि पर्सन खुद चाहता है कि उसको इतने पैसे मंथली बेसिस में टुवर्ड्स समथिंग, वट एवर काइंड ऑफ स्कीम, इट मे बी एनीथिंग, उसमें काटे जाए तो वो कट सकते हैं. सो दैट अथॉरिटी लेटर हैज टू बी गिवन, authority has to be given by the employed person or the president or secretary of the registered trade union of which the employed person is a member. मान लीजिए मैं एक किसी वर्कर की यूनियन का मेंबर हूं, सो ये लिखित में कौन देगा? आइदर आई कैन गिव और माई यूनियन टू विच द ट्रेड यूनियन टू विच आई बिलोंग, हिज दैट यूनियंस president or secretary, they will give a writing that these deductions be made from the wages of the concerned person. So these are certain deductions which we have done. We will continue further in the next lecture.